My name is Miss Lawrence, and I am the social worker that is going to be having my next session with the Ramirez family. The identified patient for this family is Juan, who is a 15-year-old Latino male, and we are just going to see a little bit about how the family works through feelings of either sadness or even feelings of being happy or excited, and um, what I wanted to set my intent with this family to be was to have them feel comfortable expressing those feelings and not feel like it is not appropriate to do so. Oh, it's only 45 minutes or 45 seconds. Okay, family, welcome back for a fourth week. And really quickly, before we get started, we're going to play a game of Uno.
Yay.
But while I pass out the cards, I want Tina or Juan to go ahead and say what was one thing that we had talked about last week. Juan, go ahead.
Well, Miss Lawrence, we talked about how feeling sad and being sad is not always muy bueno,
Mm-hmm.
and that you need to smile. You need to
Mm-hmm.
smile as much as possible, but it's been hard the past few months.
Right. And so we did talk about how hard it has been for you to work through what it is that you are going through with feeling sad. Tina, what was something that we had talked about last week?
We talked about our family. My mommy and my daddy. We used circles and squares to show us.
Right, and circles were...
Girls.
Yes, and squares were...
Boys.
Right, and that was called a genogram. Mrs. Ramirez, what is one thing that we had talked about?
We have
Last
talked
week.
about how much we love our children and want what's best for them.
And Mr. Ramirez?
We discussed how Juan and me have similar feelings, but we just show them differently.
Absolutely. And so what I want to take away from that is one, Juan and Tina, by your mom and dad being here today, it does really let you know how much they love you and how much they care about you and really how much they want for things to be different at home.
Of course.
And so when we are feeling sad, we are not to shame or blame someone for the way that they are expressing their feelings, but we just want to take a step back and stop and think about, is it okay to feel sad, Mr. Ramirez?
Yeah, of course it is.
Absolutely, it is okay to feel sad. And right now we are going to take that time to talk about what it is that makes us feel sad. So on each turn, when you lay down a card, you are going to say one thing that makes you feel sad. So who would like to start? Tina?
I'd go first.
Okay.
When I'm not allowed to play with my friends.
That would make me feel sad too. Mr. Ramirez?
When my children are sad.
When little animals get hurt.
That is sad. Juan?
When my puppy spits on me.
When your puppy spits on you, that
My
makes you feel
puppy.
sad. Oh, okay. Well, that is also something that we can go into
I'm
because,
scared of him, Miss Lawrence.
well, this is the time to really sit down and break down why it is that Mr. Ramirez, your dad, feels that it is okay to show his feelings that way, but also one, what I want you to focus on right now is the piece about when you are feeling sad, what is it that you think about?
That I am basura and that I'm worthless. And that I
And
don't mean
so-
anything to anyone, Miss Lawrence.
Right, and so when you tell yourself that, do you find that it makes the situation better or worse?
Oh, bueno, Miss Lawrence. Very worse.
Worse. And one, that is because when we tell ourselves negative comments over and over again, we start to get stuck in those negative comments. And when we are stuck, is it easy to move when you are stuck?
No, Miss Lawrence.
No, not at all. And so
It's like a deflated football.
you cannot move. That is right. It cannot go anywhere. And so that's how you are as a person. You cannot move forward when you keep telling yourself negative things. And so what I want to introduce on this next round of Uno is to talk about affirmations. And affirmations are positive words or phrases that you can tell yourself over and over again. And so, Tina, go ahead. What is one thing that you can say to yourself that is positive?
I am good at reading.
Mr. Ramirez?
I am smart.
I am kind.
Juan?
I am good looking.
Okay. And
Like
so
his
these
dad.
are things that we can tell ourselves. And I want you to go around and say one more thing that you can tell yourself.
I am funny.
We are smart.
Well, I get that you were saying the we, but I want you to focus on the I.
I have a good mustache.
Okay.
Oh, no, no. Me mustache. I am loving. Very loving.
I am cool.
Yeah. And so when you find yourself in a situation where you are feeling sad, and to help yourself from not getting stuck, stop and think about what are some affirmations that you can tell yourself. And so, Juan and Tina, what did you think about playing this game?
It was fun.
Yeah?
No me gusta. I don't like Miss Lawrence.
How do you feel about playing this game next week?
Maybe you bring a football?
Maybe. We will see about that. Miss Lawrence isn't too good at
How
playing
about some
football.
dulces, some candy?
Maybe. But you know what, right now, Juan and Tina, I'm going to have you go and sign out. And I'm just going to talk to Mom and Dad really quickly, okay?
Okay.
All right, I will see you next week.
Bye, kitties.
Bye, one.
Bye, mommy.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez. The reasoning behind why I wanted all of us to play this game was because I wanted to take away just from the fact of getting Juan to talk about how he is feeling. And so this is something that I would like for you to try at home with the family. Maybe take one night of the week and make it a family game night. And you can say to Juan, you know, I understand that you have a lot of work that it is that you are to do. However, this is really important that we do this as a family. And so, do you think that that is something that you can try?
Yes, it's a very good idea.
Okay.
Do we need to talk about our feelings each time?
Not directly, but I want this to be a good outlet for Juan and Tina and even yourselves to approach topics that Juan may not be so comfortable just saying right off the bat. And so if he does mention things while playing the game, try not to shy away from it, try to see where it goes, and then that way when we come back we can talk about it.